Hello there, and welcome to another Starfield video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Benjamin Doon and the Triangle of Infinity. This is by Skinny Tech Boy. It is a paid mod, quest/follower mod. 300 credits, around €3, $3, about £2. Skinny Tech Boy has done Derek and Shame, which I have reviewed both. So let's jump into it. If you're watching this, then you've probably skipped past the intro in which I tell you non-spoilerish stuff. But yeah, so let's check it out, shall we? Alright, so we're here at Aquila City. This is where the quest race starts. We're gonna go in front of the rock. Oh, I already see someone. Do I see someone? No, I don't. In front of the rock. Naked man in front of the rock. Right.
I think I got them. What do you call them? Horns? Yeah, I think he was a baby.
Alright, we'll be back. Alright, I found him. He's not directly in front of the rock. Hello?
Hello. I've gone on holiday by mistake. Ah, hello there. Finally, someone to talk to.
Are you okay?
Okay. No, I am not okay. Far from it. Although, how far from it I can't say, as I've no idea where I am.
You don't know where you are?
No. One moment I was in a very strange Dwemer ruin, and the next moment I found myself here. Where am I exactly? And more importantly, where are my clothes?
What happened to your clothes?
I have no idea, but I am fully aware that they are not here, where they should be. At my age, this is very distressing.
Not looking too bad for an old man, Gramps. You're in Aquila City.
Aquila City? I've never heard of it. Is it part of Hammerfell? It certainly appears to match the landscape descriptions I've read about, although the locals seem a little odd. The strange garb they wear, and the weapons they carry. I assume they're weapons as they'd make terrible umbrellas. Oh, and the strange paper tankards they all seem to hold and drink from. Plus, they all talk very strangely.
This is a city on the planet Aquila in the Cheyenne star system.
Planet? Star system? My word, how far did that door send me? And more importantly, how do I get back?
You arrived here by stepping through a door?
Ah, well, that part is more confusing. You see, how do I explain? There are worlds inside worlds, and in between them. Clearly that door that I had just recently stepped through had the power to traverse worlds. Probably powered through some form of ancient Dwemer magic, I imagine.
You mean the door was a portal to interdimensional alternate realities?
What? Oh, yes, perhaps. Reality can be a little fickle at times. Well, it's clear at least that I've found someone who has enough intelligence to help me get back to my own dimension. Will you help me find the door?
Sure, Gramps.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. You know, there's something strange about you. I feel as if we've met before. Somewhere. But not here. Strange. Right. First things first. I don't think it would be appropriate to traverse this, planet looking for that blasted door in nothing but my underwear. Do you think you could help me acquire some clothing?
I could indeed, my good man. What the f...
What the blazes? Now don't panic. What is this? Am I hallucinating, or is this some kind of joke? Ah, not really. Look, don't be alarmed. Confusion is permitted, but panicking, no. Wait, you're... Oh, here it comes. If we listen closely, we may hear the penny drop. Oh, hello again, by the way.
Again?
Are you, me? Ah, there it is. Yes, Ben, I am you, although I am a future instance of you. Future? Instance? Why? When? What? Look, I know it's confusing, because I remember being confused at the time too, but you just need to trust me, which I know you won't because I didn't trust me either. But I don't understand. I know, but you will eventually. Unfortunately, there's no time to explain, as this portal that I'm using to communicate will close soon. There's not much time. I need you to take this. What is it? It's one of the tri-keys. There are 3 of them. You'll need them all to unlock the door to our dimension. The door? The one that sent me here? Yes, that door. But you will need the tri-keys to open it. And the other problem is, there's a rather unfriendly person who wants them too. So, I'm giving this one to you, so that he cannot get it from me. Keep it safe, and don't let him get it. Understand? No, I don't understand anything. I don't know where I am completely, and I don't know how you can be me, and I don't know where that door is. And now you tell me that I need 3 keys to open the door, even if I do find it. Look, I know that you don't understand right now, because I also remember not understanding when I was you, but you will. You just need to find the rest of the keys. Stop. To find the mirror temple. All you have to do then is... I don't understand. It's simple. Where do I find the mirror temple? Oh, and listen, this is important. When you are in a spacesuit, whatever you do, don't... This day is getting stranger by the moment. I simply do not understand any of this. I feel rather discombobulated. Oh, and naked. Would you mind helping in that matter?
Alright, I'll get you some clothes. Alright, so the voice acting is really good. Oh no, wrong button, oops. Which kind of makes sense. Give Ben some clothes. I'll be right back, Ben. We'll get you some nice.
I want to do your...
Hey, Shepard.
supplies.
Need some clothes. You got something for me? Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, we'll go with that.
If you could trade, I'm practically naked. Where am I going to put anything?
All right, nice swimsuit, Ben. Wait, where did you even get? You know what? I don't want to know. Here, Ben, put on this.
Oh, finally, some dignity. I hope. I have no idea what people consider dignified around here. I hope that I don't look like a fool.
Hey, you look okay. All right, Ben, what's next?
This place is strange.
So how do we find these keys?
I have no idea, quite frankly. I don't know what I was talking about at all. I don't even know anything about this country, let alone where I can find this mirror temple.
Not a country. Maybe something will put us in the right direction eventually. Right, we're a bit optimistic, aren't we?
Oh, I hope so. No offense, but I'd just like to get home, back to my villa, and the peace and quiet. Oh, and my chickens.
Chickens?
Oh my, the chickens. Who's going to look after them whilst I'm gone? Fanny and Flo will fret so. Now get a hold of yourself, Ben. Perhaps time works differently between dimensions. Perhaps the second I return will be the next second after I left. Yes, positive mental projection. That's the way forward. I think that you are right, my friend. The best thing we can do is keep moving forward and hope that something, somewhere, points the way home. Perhaps if you show me around this universe of yours, something may show up.
Oh, I'll show you.
Right, Ben. Trust your instincts and follow this person. And try not to overthink everything, especially everything around you. Just keep moving forward. This place is strange. Look at these people. So strange.
Alright, we're gonna take Ben somewhere where he can probably relax a little. We'll be back.
And what's that?
We got the best
No,
plate.
Absolutely not.
What do you mean?
This place is utterly insulting my senses.
Nah, you gotta live a little. Come on. What are we thinking?
What is this awful place? My goodness, just look at these idiots.
You me?
Of course.
Oh, I skipped a dialogue.
Oh, yes. Sorry. I'm just taking it all in. It's rather confusing, you know.
Can I ask something?
Later, perhaps.
Oh, did I fuck the dialogue up?
Ah,
Oh, whoop, I fucked the dialogue up. Okay.
I've seen some strange places in my time, but this place takes...
What are you thinking?
Go get yourself a drink. It's time to party.
How we doing?
Don't mind me. I'm just a bit out of sorts at the moment, while I try to come to terms with this dimension.
Well, let me ask him something.
Sorry.
Alright. Alright, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna reload the save real quick just because I want to ask him what he said. He said something and I skipped it. I do like that. It's really cool. The idea of like he being from like Skyrim is pretty hilarious.
Absolutely not.
Alright.
What on earth are those dancers wearing? They look like utter idiots.
You clearly have to get outside of Skyrim. There's some magical stuff in High Rock.
Of course.
Alright. Tell me about how you got here.
Long story short, myself and my companions found ourselves in a rather sticky situation with a cult known as the Inquisition, and had to make a hasty escape through a very strange door. Clearly, one should never trust strange doors.
Or the Inquisition?
Ah, well, you see, some people take their faith far too seriously and get a bit overzealous. Let's just say that to the Inquisition, black was white and left was right, and that anything in between didn't deserve life, so they made it their duty to relinquish it wherever it existed. Which is why I made it my highest priority to get away from them by using the door. Of course, in hindsight, I am beginning to regret the decision.
So I wonder... we're gonna check somewhere else. But I wonder, what were other structure on the planet. I wonder, he mentioned the Inquisition. I know a fair bit about Starfield, or Elder Scrolls. I don't know if, like, if the Inquisition is, if it's like an actual thing, or like he's just being kind of vague. Oh, here. Because he mentioned, oh, actually, what did he think of a spaceship? He mentioned Hammerfell.
Excuse me, do you have a minute? I'm a scientist.
No.
Could use some help with my research.
Ben, don't get lost. The fuck are you, Ben? Oh, there's a door here. Welcome aboard.
Oh, space. I dare not look out of the window. I don't think my mind could take it.
That's fair.
Do you copy?
My goodness, what is this place? Are we in the belly of one of those metal dragons?
It's not a dragon, it's my ship.
Your ship? I didn't see any water nearby.
Do you read me?
Cora, blast her out of the fucking solar system, please. It doesn't need water, it flies.
Flies? This thing? It must weigh more than 100 mammoths. How does it even get airborne?
It uses propulsion.
Propulsion? Like wind?
Kind of.
This'll only take a minute.
Ah, yes, of course. That would explain its huge bottom.
No.
Very well, then. Lead on.
Alright.
Do you read me?
I swear to God, I will shoot you. Alright, we'll be back. We'll land the planet. Alright, we've landed on a planet. Let's see what he thinks.
What is this place?
Oh, nice spacesuit.
Is this place another world?
Yes. Whoa!
I'm glad that's over. I nearly soiled myself. Is this place...
Yes.
You mean your ship traveled the Sea of Stars?
I guess you could describe space travel as that.
Right. Got it. Excuse me for a moment, whilst my sense of reality comes tumbling down before my eyes. Flying ships. Travel between the stars. What? How? Why? What sort of dimension is this?
Give him a minute.
Pull yourself together, Ben. This is no different than traveling from Skyrim to Cyrodiil, or your Aunt Funny for that matter. The only difference is there's no ground beneath one's feet when one does the traveling.
Fanny was his chicken.
I guess that I could get used to that if I don't look down too often.
This is what happens when we don't bring Gary. Neither of us were too nice. Like, you know, it's hard to be like, fuck off, weird guy from Skyrim. Gary would be like, instantly just like, you know, get rid of him. But Benjamin, how goes it? All right, that's fine. All right, what do we need to do now, Benjamin? Find a way to build his confidence. I should take Ben along with my travels. Travel with him. Show Ben some planets. Okay. Let's find another planet, shall we, Ben? Let's find one that's hospitable. Where is hospital? Oh, let's go to New Atlantis. Yeah, that'd be cool. Alright, we'll be back.
This seems like a bright and friendly place.
Over here.
I approve.
There's something we need to discuss.
Well, this is certainly an impressive place. Well, aside from the noise.
Welcome to New Atlantis. This is New Atlantis.
New Atlantis? I wonder what happened to the old one.
Atlantis was a fictional civilization whose islands sank into the sea.
Interesting. It reminds me of the Imperial City in Cyrodiil, with its tall white marble columns ever reaching towards the sky.
Interesting.
Clearly an example of male architecture overcompensating for something.
It was Elvin.
Well, anyway, I approve. I said... Oh,
Tell me about the Dwemer.
interesting. Ah, yes. In my world, the Dwemer were a rather mysterious race. Wonderful inventors, from metal men-like machines to fortresses that maintain energy for thousands of years without aid. They seem to hold a knowledge of metal and energy that was beyond any that came since. For like the mysteries of their creations, their disappearance from our world was equally mysterious. For history tells us that they simply disappeared overnight, one moment there and the next, poof, gone. Where they went to, history does not tell.
Where do you think the Dwemer went to?
Perhaps they came here. Well, obviously that's an unproven theory, but it's an interesting one nonetheless. Even if, evidently, it would float on the pond of truth like an elephant, one has to recognize that it holds some water. For example, I myself have proven that dimensional travel is possible.
You have indeed.
Perhaps the Dwemer discovered this too.
Starborn. Alright, let me see, what else do we do? Find a way to build his confidence, show him some planets. Like what? We'll bring him to one more planet. I'm gonna bring him to Paradiso. Yeah, we'll bring him to Paradiso. See what he said, what he thinks of Paradiso. I don't want to show too much because obviously spoilers. Because I initially thought this was going to be like a, well, it is a quest mod, but it's the sort of thing where basically you're supposed to kind of, you know, play with them through, like, I'm assuming through a playthrough and stuff, like a proper companion. And I doubt anyone would want to watch me play through the game.
Is this place dangerous?
No.
I am sure it isn't, but I just thought I'd ask in case it is. I feel like a newborn child. I know nothing. Later, perhaps.
I wanted you to... Alright, follow me. Let's go to the beach. So I wonder if his dialogue is triggered just by specific locations, like landing on a planet, or if it's like something else entirely.
Security's only here for your safety. Pretend we're not even here.
So we'll go to the beach. See if he says anything. Alright, Ben, we're here. Come on. Come on, Ben. Come on, Ben. You nearly got it. What are we thinking? Jesus Christ. Oh, he's boot back. Hello.
Oh, yes. Sorry. I'm just
Alright, so we brought Ben to Red Mile. Let's see if he says anything.
don't mind me. I'm just a bit out of sorts at the moment while I try to come
Can I have something?
sorry.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So the objective, it says, travel with him to find a lead, find a way to build his confidence, and show him some planets. Alright, so let's show him my ship. Let's go inside the ship and see if he, like, says anything. So I have a feeling I'm gonna need to bring him to a temple. So I'll probably have to speak to Vladimir on the Eye. let's look Ben. Let's see what he says. Hello, Ben.
What is this strange technology? It's not Dwemer, that's for certain. There's no steam.
Don't you have technology in your dimension?
Well, technology indeed. Aside from ancient Dwemer technology, which none of us understand, we have a somewhat limited need for technology. For example, we have something called the wheel. 4 of them together work quite well for transportation. Do you have those here?
Yes, we have wheels.
Oh, right. Good. At least there's some familiarity between us. Let me think of other technologies. Oh, I know. Weapons. We have weapons, swords, bows, and other such things. Oh, and on occasion we use large mechanical weapons of mass destruction. The catapult. A terrible, deadly weapon, when the aiming function works, which is seldom. In fact, they are fairly useless now that I come to think about it. Although, I once saw one used to fire a cow at a bunch of marauding, rampant giants. Obviously, it hurt the cow more than it hurt them, but it did serve as a good distraction for our escape. Do you have such weapons of mass destruction here?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We have weapons that can destroy planets.
Oh my. Why would anyone wish to do that?
They're a bit weird.
Well, it's not my place to judge, but I think I prefer our weapons of mass destruction compared to yours.
Alright. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the lodge, and we're going to see if we can get a quest to go to a temple, and we'll be back. We're just heading to the lodge. I'm just playing here just in case he says something. He might be like, oh, what is this location? This reminds me of the ancient Dwemer libraries. He's probably not going to say that. He's probably going to be like, whoa, I prefer Skyrim, not as many loading screens, am I right? Ha 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 ha. It was a joke. A lot of people like to kind of poke fun at Starfield having loading screens, to which I say, I would rather stare at myself in a loading screen than have to spend an hour and a half going to Hut Orbital for a goddamn cup. Alright, maybe we'll be back.
What is this place?
Oh, he did just say, what is this place?
You're
Hello?
not quite the angel I thought may have made the artifact.
This feels like a learned place. Where am I?
This is Constellation Lodge. This is the headquarters of Constellation.
Goodness, that sounds very grand. Like a school for high mages or religious thinkers.
Actually, it's a place for those who seek to understand the universe.
Phew, thank goodness. For a brief moment, I was worried that it might be the latter. Magic users and the interesting spells they use to annoy each other I can live with, but religious crackpots with silly hats and questionable doctrine tend to annoy me deeply.
Alright. So let's go and talk to Vladimir. Is it Vladimir? Yeah, what? No. Among the stars. I must search the universe to talk to Vladimir. Oh, he's at the eye. Okay, well that was pointless. Alright, we're gonna go to the eye real quick and see what he says. Alright, let's duck with the eye and see if he said anything. Wee. I just wondered, how does Vladimir get down? He doesn't have a ship up here. You would think at the very least he have a ship. Alright. What do we think, again? Where is he? Alright, there he is. Hello.
Certainly.
Tell me about your world's beliefs.
Well, aside from very physical manifestations of interfering Daedric gods, much of the higher levels of godheads remain blissfully elusive to our short little lives. Although, that doesn't stop priests and overzealous worshippers banging on about them all the time.
Wait, you have actual gods in your world?
Well, yes, don't you? There are the Daedric gods, although technically they are referred to as princes rather than gods. But they do like to interfere with us from time to time for their own sport and amusement. Above them are the divines, the Nine. They are what most people consider to be our true gods, mainly because beyond them it gets too confusing for your average shrine visiting punter.
What do you mean?
In my world, it is believed that our entire existence is the dream of a godhead, known as the First Dreamer. It is said that were it to awaken, our world would simply cease to exist.
That sounds interesting.
No, it's utter bonkers. But sadly, many people believe it as it's impossible to prove true or false. That's the beauty of a good old-fashioned belief system. If it requires faith to exist, it may very well exist forever, because a lot of people need to believe in something.
Okay, now. Okay. Hello, Vlad. We're gonna go talk to Vlad and then we'll find out what's going on. We're doing a ship combat scene. It'd be kind of cool if he like remarked on it, but I don't know if he will. See, having is one of the downsides of having Korra. Is like sometimes Korra will. Is that what? No. Find the artifact. One of the things about having like Korra is she takes like a companion slot and she takes the primary companion slot. So companions won't always like kind of react necessarily. And you may be thinking, but Crimson, if you're doing a review of a follower, you know, why don't you dismiss Korra? And I can't. She won't go away. I tried to disable her with console commands and they save. It doesn't work. I tried killing her. It doesn't work. She has 1 million health. So we're just stuck with her. Alright, let's see what he says about this planet. What do we think of Ben? The fuck did he get? What do you think of Ben?
This universe makes one feel so small and insignificant. I don't know how you cope.
Awesome.
Oh,
Alright, you mentioned magic.
well, yes. Magic is usually the go-to choice for those of us who are less adept with basic weapons. For most of us, it's fairly common to have access to spells from tomes or scrolls, like Fireball, Ice Spike, and Lightning Bolt. However, for those who train in the art, such spells can be conjured at will. Some of it can be quite useful if one trains oneself correctly, but most people use it willy-nilly. I have been equally guilty of the latter in my time. I once secretly turned an annoying student invisible without him realizing. The poor fool spent days at the Bard's College wondering why everyone was running away screaming whenever he spoke. But John, you stupid boy.
We don't have magic.
Oh, really? Well, to me, your technology appears to be as mysterious as magic may seem to you. Perhaps we can agree in that respect. We are both mysterious to one another.
Hey, you want to see some real magic? Watch this. What's this?
Oh my, that's powerful.
Oh, shh.
I don't even know how to.
Okay, we'll be back. Right, so we're going to look for the artifacts, which that's not inherently what I want to do. Is there another one? Power from beyond. Talk to Vladimir to locate temples. Oh, we're at the wrong. We need to go talk to him about temples. We'll be back. All right, here we are. What are we thinking, Benjamin?
Certainly.
Okay, I'm stuck. Okay, so let's go look for the temple. Unexplored geophysiological creature. I don't remember. How do I do? It's been a while since I looked for temples. It's when it's like goes crazy, isn't it? I think it's there. Yeah, that's it there. All right, let's go and see what Ben has to say. Hello. Get the fuck out of here. Get. Woo. This is the temple, isn't it? Temples not show up anymore on the map. Where's Ben? Okay, we lost him. It's fine. He'll be fine, right? This will be just like Morrowind for him. Everything wants to kill you. I will say, I feel like there's some people probably won't like the kind of the, you know, the quest behind, or the, like, the story behind the character, like being from Skyrim and stuff. I like it. I think it's quite cool. And given, like, how, like, the Unity works and stuff, like, it is entirely possible that there's a reality out there where it's literally Skyrim or Elder Scrolls. Yeah, let's go and hit up the temple. I'm assuming the temple, because in one of the screenshots it shows them both kind of at the temple. It's been a long time since I've been at the temples. I don't remember the temples having bridges. What the hell? Ah. Alright, let's head over. Alright, in we go. Low damage? What the hell? What are we thinking? Oh, he's never done 0G before. Let me talk to him. Or maybe not. Maybe he's to watch me do this. Ooh, I don't think I've done this in years. Did I miss it? You know, like, what are we at, like, 2 years in? Yeah, 2 years in. I have no idea what this is. I don't know if I'm doing this. There we go. Whoa. Why is Ben just down there? Alright, Ben. Alright, in we go. Whee! The Reapers. It's a message. They're coming. Yeah. Where are you? Come on. I know you're there.
more of that nonsense.
What are we thinking?
Certainly.
Okay, so... Alright, so... I do think... Travel within the final age was a plan. So I do think that this is definitely something that, like, you progress very slowly as you go through the story, like with a normal follower. We've seen, like, a decent kind of window into what the mod is, and I think that it's very cool. Definitely recommended for anyone who's a fan of the kind of that sort of stuff. Having, like, a companion like that, like, kind of, like, you know, like where you unlock stuff as you're playing through the main game, like, that's always cool because it gives you a reason to play the main game again, you know, the story. But yeah, I might potentially might run with them on stream Friday, so this will go out Friday potentially, and I'll probably run with them on stream Friday evening just to kind of see if we can unlock anything more and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it. All in all, really cool mod. There's obviously a lot more to this. I just don't want to... It's a kind of equal parts. Like, I don't want to... Because I could probably realistically spend several hours running around. But ultimately, I'd rather kind of leave it up to mystery, you know? Another mystery is history, as they say. Who says that? I don't know why that just popped in my head. I don't know who said that. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and let me know what you think of Ben and his... Oh, do we lose him? Uh-oh. Alright. Let's hope he's back in Skyrim. Bye-bye.